Hello everyone, I welcome all of you in today's EVS session. In previous session also we have studied the chapter the interrelationship between living things, and today we are going to continue with the same. In previous chapter we have studied about interrelationship between animals. Just as we need animals, we need plants too. Plants give us food grains, vegetables and fruits. We love flowers too. We use them for many different purposes. We get flowers from plants. We also get cotton wool from plants to make cotton clothes. We grow plants that are useful to us. We sow seeds. We make sure that they get water. We give manure when necessary. We spray pesticides if they are attacked by insect. Plants too give us abundantly. They satisfy our needs. Other living things also get their food from the environment. For example, chameleons eat insects when they are hungry. Some snakes eat mice and frogs. Tiger eat deer. Goats and sheep eat leaves of plants. Cattle eat grass. So now we are going to study a new term, that is arboreal animals. So children, arboreal means the animals which live on trees. This word arboreal comes from the Latin word arbor, which means tree. Arboreal means living on trees. Animals like monkeys, squirrels live on trees. It gives them certain advantages. Being at a height, they are better able to defend themselves from their enemies. Besides, they can eat the fruits of the trees to satisfy their hunger. Such animals are said to be arboreal. Unknowingly, they help the tree with whose support they live. As they move around here and there in the surrounding, they spread the seeds of the fruit they have eaten through their droppings. Because of this, new trees grown in different places. Some types of birds too find trees useful for building their nests. Children, do you know egrets rides on a buffalo back? Can you tell me the reason? When a buffalo is grazing in a grassy area, you are very likely to see an egret riding on its back. What would be the reason for that? A certain kind of egret feeds on different kinds of insects. Grass is full of all kinds of insects, but because they are hidden in the grass, the egret cannot see them and catch them. As the buffalo treads on the grass, it frightens the insects, which fly out of the grass. The egret on buffalo's back makes no mistake in swooping down to catch and eat them. Now, let's move forward. We have three seasons: summer, the rainy season, and the winter. It is very hot in summer. We wear cotton clothes and drink plenty of water. In rainy season, we use umbrellas or different kinds of raincoats and hoods to avoid getting wet in the rain. In winter, we wear woolen and other warm clothes to protect ourselves from the cold. Just as the three seasons affect us, they affect other living things too. We see these changes taking place in living world every year after year. Winter in Maharashtra is also called the season of Pangal, that is falling of leaves. That is because many trees shed their leaves in winter. The coats of many furry animals become thicker in winter. This keep them warm in cold season. Such growth of hair is especially noticeable in animals like sheep and other types of goats and rabbits. The end of winter is also the time of mango trees to start blossoming. These blossoms are called mohar in Marathi. At the close of month of February, it becomes warmer by March. We begin to feel the heat. It's time for summer. This season, many trees get leaves. Forests appear to have taken on a copper color because these leaves are reddish and shiny. while they are tender. Their color changes to green as the leaves grow bigger. The call of quail is heard in many places. In summer, the market is full of mangoes, watermelons for us to buy. This is the season for these fruit. Although mango trees grow all over Maharashtra, the Konkan region is particularly famous for its mangoes. It is also the season for cashew nuts. The red yellow cashew apples can be seen growing on the cashew trees on the hillsides in Konkan region. In June, black clouds make their appearance. The rainy season is a short way away. By this time, we begin to get jackfruits, jamuns, that is java plums, and karvandas. The seeds of grass and other plants lie scattered all over the ground. They sprout and start growing as soon as it begins to rain. It becomes green everywhere. This greenery is soothing after the hot summer months. Sometimes we can even see the rainbow with its seven colors in the sky. As it becomes wet everywhere, frogs appear. We also hear the loud noise of frogs croaking all together. As the rainy season ends, it is time for winter to make a comeback. It gets colder and colder. This is not good for the frogs. They go deep under the ground for a long period of slumber which lasts for 7 to 8 months. We depend on agriculture for food. The different seasons, summer, winter and monsoons are the time for doing different tasks in the field. So children, in this whole chapter we have learned that the needs of all living things are met in the environment. There are differences in the needs of different living things. Some arboreal animals like monkeys and squirrel live in trees and feed on them. The dropping help trees to grow in new places. Some birds build their nest in trees. Each type of living thing thrives where all its needs are fulfilled. For example, tiger live in grassland and aquatic plants live in water. Changes in seasons affect living things. In winter, trees shed leaves and animals coats grow thicker. As the start of summer, trees get new leaves. In rainy season, it becomes green all around. Frogs appear and crops grow in the field. Children, always remember the environment changes with the season. Living things have to adapt themselves to those changes. So, children, in this whole chapter, we have learned all these things. And you also revise this chapter at home. Thank you. Bye.